Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Generation Shock. And that's right, it's a very special episode we got in store for you folks today. This is episode 52 in your house. What do you got to say? And I might want to change that up in the screen over there so people know what they're watching. But anyway, yes, this is a very special episode. Because, like I said, it's 52. So this is the two OGs, right? The two stars of the program who brought in, two other little lowly level. One who's no longer with us at the moment, but will be back, and the other guy who just talks too much and causes a bunch of problems. But anyway, we're still here and we're still doing it, and we got a great show in store for you today. But first and foremost, let's do the intros. You know who I am. I'm the guy that everybody loves to hate. I'm that monster on the mic. I'm Sheck Monster. Yeah, waiting for the cue. One day he'll get this shit right. Jesus.
It's not going to be today, but one day.
You know what it is? I spent time promoting. I'm trying to get people together.
Yeah, let's promote when the show starts instead of like the 15 minutes leading up to the show where we're talking about our DPs.
Yo,
touche, Lord.
Yeah, exactly. We really have our priorities straight.
Thank you for joining us on our year anniversary, Viper. You're so loyal to us.
Probably the only guy who's been here for every show from the beginning. My man Viper, how you doing out there?
From the beginning.
Yes.
Meaning.
Back when we used to record and then edit and then put it up all the way to the time we go live in your screens, in your homes or your cars or wherever else you're watching. Anyway, so you know what? I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourself. It's the year anniversary.
It's the year anniversary. Fuck it, let's just do this. Yeah. Go ahead, Gordo.
Go ahead, introduce yourself. Let me hear your intro for yourself.
Okay, ladies, gentlemen, especially the ladies. It's your host. Not with the most, but with some. It's your boy Gordo. How you ladies and guys doing today?
Okay.
It wasn't Nelly worthy, pero.
No. I mean, no. Whatever you want to talk about. I mean,
pero. Hello,
ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Messiah, the oldest guy in the book, the oldest guy in the show, and the master and the creator of Generation Shock, Messiah. Thank you, Michael, for
those are pretty weak. Okay, I'll stick to the intros.
The guy that that every time he looks at his Robin Hood, all you hear is.
There you go. That's a little bit better. Jeez.
You hear.
Okay.
Every time he looks at Dodge, you be like, "I'm just fucking with y'all."
Hey.
Go ahead, Shark Monster.
Or is he?
Let's talk about what we're not gonna do anymore until the season starts again, and then what we're gonna try doing for this time of the season to fill it in.
Well, we're still not there yet because we do have a segment of Monster Week in Sports, but we are thinking about. So what we've been talking about, guys, is sports are winding down a little bit, right? Basketball's in the regular season. There's hockey. Baseball's about to start preseason.
There's nobody cares about hockey.
The thing is there's just not a whole lot going on in sports to really keep people, I feel like that interested. So we're going to take a hiatus for a little while, and we've decided that we're going to, for the time being, come up with another program. And I don't want to talk about it yet because we haven't finalized it. I mean, there's no intro, which there'll probably never be with this guy. How he is with his intros, but bottom line,
it's gonna be an intro.
Okay, there will be an intro.
We haven't even come up with a title.
Exactly. So I don't want to go. So, but you want me to freaking promote a new segment we don't even have yet?
Get people, getting ready for this.
Listen,
especially loyal people like
we
Viper
may have a new
Eagle.
segment coming up. That's all I'm going to say.
Loyal people like Viper and Eagle. They want to know. They want the end, bro. They want the end.
Listen, viewers. The worst part is that we talked about this 2 days ago. We had nothing planned for today. But Messiah,
but it's okay.
He likes to jump ahead of everybody and say it ahead
Just
of
get
everybody.
excited.
Listen, if you
Let's
guys
just get
want,
excited.
you guys want, you could put a petition out on our Instagram or Facebook, whatever, saying that you don't
Yes.
want Monster Weekend Sports going away, and we'll just keep it going. I'll find something to talk about every week.
Yeah,
I
we
no
have the
problem with that.
Olympics 2021 Olympics, bro.
And that's why I say it's not going away. It's just
We're
gonna.
gonna talk about breakdancing.
We got some other. Shut the fuck up. We just have other things that are coming up that we can talk about. But without further ado, because we're not ending it until I say it's official, because it's a Monster Weekend Sports. Let's hit it.
Gotta climb to the top, but we're never gonna stop. When the low, yeah, we going high.
That's right. We still got at least one more episode. And I got some things I want to talk about when it comes to a Monster Weekend Sports. And first and foremost, there's a lot of trade talk going on in the NFL. A lot of quarterback carousels are going to be moving. We've already seen one trade, right? We already talked about it before on the show. We got Goff for Stafford, right? And then all of a sudden, it's so funny to me because this guy, right, that I'm putting up on the screen, for some reason, this franchise thinks he's a Stafford when, in my opinion, this motherfucker's a Goff, right? And they're looking for like 3 first-round picks. They're looking for all this stuff for this guy, right? But yet, I don't understand why. Like, you're not a Stafford, you're a Goff. And I'm just curious, Mazai, what do you think? Do you think he's worth what they want to get for him?
No, I don't think so, bro. I think, first of all, the only championship that they had gotten, it wasn't even him leading the team.
Yes, but hold on. But that was an MVP season up until the point he got hurt. He was leading the league, and he was going to be the MVP until he got hurt.
And then, he got hurt. And then, the other guy stepped in and took him to the Super Bowl. They beat my Patriots. But then the year after that, he was there. And guess what? Nothing. He didn't even take him to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs? We're talking about playoffs.
So my question is then, is it more of the quarterback or the team around him? Because if you remember that year, he had one of the best offensive lines and one of the best defensive lines in the league.
What year? When they won the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
So does that have something to do with it?
I mean, obviously it's a team effort, right? It's not just him by himself. But like I've been noticing after that he hasn't done enough to clutch it.
Yeah,
to win it.
I get it. All right. I'm just curious what you thought. Then there's, Dak's still not signed. And that's a whole
what the fuck is
debacle.
going on with that? Like,
I just had to bring that up.
Like this guy earned his money, deserves his money, and why they don't want? And then now we don't know if he's asking for Mahomes money.
No, that's the thing. The whole thing going on. We already know the details. He wants a 4-year deal. That's it.
Okay.
They don't want to sign him to a 4-year deal because of how it affects their salary cap. So they want to sign him to a longer term deal, but he doesn't want to do that. That's the problem for all of this.
Wow. I could only imagine what Pete Carroll is like thinking. He's like, because he loves those people and they love him. So,
well, this is the thing. Like they just put him on the franchise tag. They're probably gonna have to put him on the franchise tag again, right? Okay. And then what do you do? Like you're kind of, you're kind of in a position after that when, like, what else do you have?
But it's the same thing that I say, like, because he had a great year last year, right? I always think about this, just like I used to think it on baseball. When they're having a great year, and I'm like, no, I haven't kept up with them as far as when their contract is up, right? And I always look at them like, of course they're having a great year. They're playing for contract. So,
but he's been consistently a top 5 quarterback.
Exactly. Not saying that he's doing that exactly, but I think he deserves his money. He should get his money.
That's what I believe. Viper, we're not 100% yet on Breeze. We're still waiting to hear.
He might retire.
Yeah, he might. You're right.
But we know
we're still waiting to hear.
Colts are they're losing their quarterback. He's
Correct.
retiring.
Which is why there's talks about Wentz going over to the Colts if they can get a trade deal done, but the Colts don't want to pay what they want for him. So that's a whole joke in itself. That, what else? Other team, going back on Wentz real quick, that was rumored to be interested in him.
Wentz?
Wentz is, which I find hilarious.
Giants?
Nope.
It ain't Patriots.
No, the Bears. Do you know who the Bears have on their team? And I'm sorry, Viper, to bring this up because
Trubisky's getting traded?
No, not necessarily, but his contract's up. He can cut. They don't need his contract's coming up. But you know who they have under contract still?
Who?
Nick Foles. So maybe they feel like the only way to win a Super Bowl is to bring Wentz over.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe, you know,
Get him to the playoffs.
Yeah,
and Nick Foles will finish
and then Nick Foles will take him the rest of the way. You know, who knows? I mean, if it gets him a Super Bowl, right, Viper?
Hey, that might work.
If it works, it works.
It got
if
Nick Foles a good contract though.
If Prescott signs the franchise tag this year, he'll make $70 million in 2 years.
God dang. 35
It's not like he needs it.
He does need it. This is his rookie contract still. He hasn't made any
Who,
money.
Prescott?
Yes.
He's still playing off his rookie contract?
Yes, that's the whole point why nobody understands why there hasn't been a deal done.
Holy shit, I thought he was past that.
No.
Oh, then yeah, he deserves his money.
That's my point. That's my point. So
no, I swear to God, I thought he's been what? He's still well, isn't this his fifth year?
Fifth year, but that's because of the franchise tag.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's been one of those things that, you know what I think they should do personally? You do a sign and trade, right? You sign him and you trade his ass over to Houston, and you get Deshaun Watson, and they get Dak Prescott straight up.
Yeah, but they wouldn't do that because they still pay a portion of his salary.
Whose?
Prescott, you talking about, right?
No, if they do a sign and trade, they don't pay any of it. I guarantee you, bro. That's the way that shit works. Because he's not. Remember, there's no money.
In baseball, it
guaranteed
doesn't
to
run
him.
that way in baseball. So I don't know if it's the same
Dude,
thing.
there's no money guaranteed right now to Dak Prescott. He's on a franchise tag. It's not
You
like
would
he already
think
has a contract.
Out of all sports, that would be the sport that give you guaranteed money. But it looks like baseball is the only one that does that.
Basketball too. Basketball gives you guaranteed contracts.
Okay.
Contracts and money are different. So, for instance, there's a quarterback. I can't remember. I think it is Wentz, right? If Wentz is on the roster as of a March 23rd date, right? There's a $10 million cap hit on the team. So what that means is that no matter what, they lost $10 million unless they keep him and he plays. But if they trade him away, but still lose $10 million. That's why everybody says they need to trade him before March 23rd so they don't get a $10 million roster hit. So we'll see.
Okay, I guess hockey does also.
Yeah. Most sports do,
but the hockey players get like $2 to $5 million.
Most sports have a guaranteed cap, but football, but
I'm surprised. This is what I'm surprised. I'm surprised hockey is not as big in this country as it is like in Europe. Because hockey's big in Europe.
Well, that's because it's so fucking cold over there.
It's four seasonal, just like us.
Ish. I mean,
well,
how come
Florida, but us.
You think about all the shows I watch of Europe, you think about like Germany and Europe and all those places, it's always fucking cold. You ever see the show Vikings? It's always freezing.
I haven't seen Vikings, but I've seen the last what's it called? The Last Kingdom.
Yeah, that's cold. Everything's cold.
Bro.
Like, it's a bunch of cold weather. Get out of here.
Speaking of shows, I know. Okay, never mind. I'll bring it up after.
Okay, there you go. All right, speaking of, though, shows, we're going to go ahead and hop into our first topic of the day. First topic of the day, I got a clip. I'm going to play it, and we're just going to react to the trailer that I have for you guys. You guys ready to see it?
What? I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
I won't put it in my eyes.
You're going on a journey. All you have to do is follow my voice.
So this is the famous Suicide Squad.
Antonio Soprano. Welcome to the Space Jam.
Venus and Serena gonna shake up this world.
The streets were made of music.
Shh. Just listen.
There are certain moments that never leave you.
How can we help?
It's an invitation. to Mortal Kombat.
It's the little things, Jimmy. No one likes to show off. Unless what they're showing off is dope as
In theaters and on HBO Max.
So that's right. We are talking about HBO Max.
Bro, that is the first time I see that shit.
I listen, I bring the fire. When I do listen,
bro, that is fire.
I bring
amazing.
it.
Bro, I was excited in every scene, right? Mortal Kombat. I was like, holy shit. Black Judas. That looks good.
Oh man, Godzilla vs. Kong.
Godzilla versus Kong. Space Jam.
Yes.
Bro.
They even showed
that's
the one we
crazy.
talked about last week, Matrix.
The Matrix.
At the end. It's like,
That's crazy. And the beauty behind it, it's airing at the same time as in the theaters, airing at HBO Max.
Yep.
HBO Max has to be the hands down the shit.
the top
And I mean that in
subscription
a
you gotta
good
pay
way.
for right now.
So
And I mean that in a good way.
So what I guess my question is though, we've talked about something similar to this in the past. You know, is this going to ruin movie theaters? How people are like, what was it? AMC? They wanted to boycott some of Disney.
Warner.
No, it wasn't Warner Brothers because they're still in theaters. It was some.
No,
it
they
was a different
boycotted
company.
a company that was, I think it was Warner Brothers. Wasn't it Warner Brothers?
No,
No.
it was like Disney or something like that.
Or was it? Anyways, yeah, but that they did. They boycott. They wasn't going to play any of the movies.
Yeah, it was not Pixar. It was I can't remember the name now, but that's what I'm saying. But why is it okay then for these guys to be doing the same shit and there's no grief?
I don't know, but that shit just got me excited. Fuck that.
He's so distracted. we lost him. He's just thinking about the trailers.
Yeah, and this is what I think. I think this is. I know last time we discussed that it's gonna ruin theaters and all that, but like I said before, and I'll say it again, I don't go to the movies. Last time I only go to the movies to go watch Star Wars, so I don't care. I have a good TV and a good sound bar, right? Because I wanted to get surround sound system, but anyway, a good sound bar. I just watch that
Vetoed.
shit there. I know. They're like, return that shit. I love that shit. And then Matrix, come on, a new Matrix coming out. Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
I'm actually curious about Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat, when it first came out, it was one of the most underrated movies ever.
No, it was not. It was one of the worst movies ever.
No, hell no, bro.
They're
Mortal
horrible.
Kombat was a great movie. The first movie that came out that they made
Trash.
was a great movie. I thought it was a great
Trash.
movie.
It was bad.
I thought it was great.
Listen, this is the one thing I will say is I'm excited about movies coming out same day because I'll be honest, other than maybe The Matrix and maybe Suicide Squad, just because I'd have nowhere else to watch it, I would not watch a damn one of those in theaters. I ain't going to watch Space Jams in theaters. I ain't going to watch Godzilla vs. Kong in theaters. Like I ain't into shit like that.
You know that probably would be good in theaters.
Yes, it would probably be amazing.
Oh yeah.
Kong and
here's the
Godzilla.
But here's the thing. I'd rather go and watch it laying right there, watching on that screen right there. And if I love it and I'm like, ooh, that's a good movie, cool. Now I'll go spend my money for it. Because I'll be honest, I'm that dirtbag that I don't pay for HBO Max, but I get it. Because I do trades. We trade subscriptions. You give me yours, I'll give you mine.
What are you trading for HBO Max? Pornhub Premium?
Listen, that subscription's all mine. You got to pay for that.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
Well, if you're paying for, like, I pay for cable still. I'm still that dumbass that still pays for cable. I still haven't cut the cord. Everybody always tell me why you still have cable? Because I like my shit live. And I have HBO, so I get HBO Max for free. So
that's different.
Yeah. So and I enjoy. Like, I didn't even know. Well, I recently discovered that HBO Max is actually HBO and Cinemax one combination. I didn't know. I thought it was just a different name for like HBO Plus.
Well, it's really not. When you think about it, it's actually HBO, Cinemax, and DC.
Yes.
And then they also still have Cartoon Network You know, like they have all this other stuff wrapped all into it.
Yeah.
So,
But Tom and Jerry, that looked good.
yeah, but I'm not going to see it in theaters.
Nah, but that it was smart.
But I'll watch it because it's on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
I definitely agree with you. I'm not going to see that in theaters. Space Jam, it does remind me of childhood memories, pero
I might go. Yeah, maybe if I was going with my nieces or something. But the thing is, up in here where I live in Jersey, we ain't going to the theaters, man. It ain't worth it. Like, I'm not gonna go spend all that money and do all that shit just for the, you know, unless it's a big title. Like, listen,
Matrix.
Like, I'll go for the Matrix.
The Matrix
I'll go
you
for
have
the
to
Matrix.
watch in the theater.
Oh yeah,
Like, I'll find Dolby Atmos. I'll drive an hour and I'll go chill. I'll spend 30, 40, 50 bucks between the popcorn and the sodas.
Oh, I was gonna say, damn, Dolby Atmos cost that much? I might as well just buy the Blu-ray when it comes out.
But you know, it's like $20 almost. Yeah, so I'd say it's close to $20 damn near. But I'll go do all that. Like, I'm down for that. But other than that, man, I just don't care enough. Like you said, I got a sound bar, I got a TV.
That long shot. That long shot of the what the fuck is that? The shit.
Oh yeah, that I know that.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Justice,
Golden,
not the Justice League.
It was so good.
No, not the Justice League. The fucking
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that. Yo, that long shot. That's a great shot. Oh, yeah. And it looks like it's gonna be a great movie because the first one wasn't bad. Hopefully, this one's better.
Yeah, we'll see.
They thought Harley Quinn must have done so good on the first one that they thought that her whole movie was gonna be great. That movie sucked.
But but the thing is, they could do those movies better. It's the people behind it. The problem with DC is they just don't have a Feige. That's what they need. They need a Feige who tells you, well, this is gonna, this gotta, like, you're still doing your own movie. Like, Marvel still did their own movies on all the individuals, but he made sure they stayed a little bit in the continuity of the universe, right? So you're allowed to go out and make your own movie, and then he found a way to tie things into it that need to be, you know what I mean? Like, you need one when you're trying to do a big universe, and that's where DC says they're going away from, right? So the talk about DC is we're not doing a universe like that. We're doing multiverse, right? That there's 5 Jokers out there right now, theoretically, right? You got the Letos, you got the Phoenix, right? You got whatever else, whoever's going to be theoretically the Joker in the new Batman that's coming out with Homeboy.
Is a Leto.
No, it's not Leto.
You're talking about the guy from Twilight.
Yeah.
Oh, for that one, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there's going to be a Joker for that most likely, right?
If they do a Joker.
They're going to do a Joker at some point. It's not going to be a one and done probably. It depends on how good it does. But they got to bring Joker in at some point. So there's all these different Jokers out there, right? Because they're all in different comic book strip. Like, it's basically having different comic book series going on. So that's how they get away with it.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because the original segment, the original topic was about HBO Max airing at the same time as the theaters.
Yeah.
But then Disney Plus is like, hey, we're gonna give you a movie that's supposed to be in theaters, but you have to pay for it. What gives Disney Plus the right to do it? Do you think it's the following?
Once again,
it's Disney.
You say the right. Okay, they have the right to do whatever they want.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. What makes them think if HBO is saying,
this is why they can do it
free?
Correct. But think about it. We're talking about, let's look at the franchises, DC and Marvel, right? Mm-hmm. Which one are you willing to pay for to watch at home? A Marvel movie or a DC movie?
A Marvel movie.
Okay, so there you go. You're willing to pay for it. You have Disney films, all their cartoons, right? What's HBO Max got that compares with that?
So a family will spend
The Warrior.
Yeah, but listen, family would rather spend.
That's not a cartoon, you dumb fuck. Go ahead, Goldo.
A family would rather spend.
Space Jam.
Listen, a family would rather spend $20 to rent out this movie to watch it at home with their 3-4 kids, which is going to be cheaper than them going to a theater.
Correct. We talked about that. You're absolutely right. But my point is about the clout, right? You're talking about Warner Brothers Animation versus Disney Animation.
Oh yeah, Disney,
which is more powerful.
Well,
Disney exceeds it.
I get it. Yes, you're right. Disney, especially now, everything they acquired, right? They acquired MCU. They acquired a fucking
They
Fox.
have everything.
I think they acquired Fox.
They did. It's done.
Fact check me.
You know why? You know how I know? Disney has already produced a comic book with the Predator hunting down Marvel characters because Fox owned the Predator.
Like the Predator? Like
yes, he was owned by Fox.
The Predator?
Yes. He was owned by Fox. Okay. They just produced a comic book recently where he is going into the Marvel universe and hunting down heroes.
No fucking way.
Yeah,
that's a good cross.
And the bad part to that contract is that they're doing Deadpool PG-13.
No.
You can't do Deadpool.
They're gonna bring him to
what they talked about was they're going to do Deadpool is supposed to be standalone. So supposedly from this is what I heard, and we're jumping off topic, but we'll get back on in a second. But you got me going now. You do. I feel like you do.
You know how Brian, you know how Check Monster is. You're like, yo, I'm gonna fact check your ass.
So they're not afraid. They've said they're willing to do the R-rated movie. Okay. But what they're going to do is they're going to PG-13 him in the other movies, right?
Yeah.
So they'll still do it. Yeah. So they'll still do an R-rated self-standing movie. But if he comes into the MCU universe and he does a crossover with Spider-Man or with the X-Men or, with whoever else, at that point, he will be a PG-13 version. But they haven't talked about censoring him in his own movie yet.
No. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but they've also talked about turning Predator, which they kind of were, but Predator and Alien, they're talking about wanting to work that into their franchise as horror movies. Disney wants to get into horror films.
Interesting.
Because Fox was doing that, and they found there could be a market for it.
There might be. I mean, fucking Netflix be doing good with those shits.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Out of all that you have HBO Max, now you have Discovery Plus, now you have Paramount Plus. They did a whole commercial on it. By the way,
isn't that the one who got banned?
Yeah, Paramount.
Or Universal. It was Universal.
It was Universal.
Yeah.
I said it.
You're right. Oh, you did. Okay, Universal.
So here's the thing. Paramount, when they did the Super Bowl commercial, wasn't it cool when Beavis when Beavis and Butthead was like, he said crack. Crack. He said crack. You guys didn't watch the Super Bowl?
No.
Yeah, we watched it. No big deal.
Did you see the Super Bowl commercial with Paramount?
I did.
Was like,
listen, the bottom line is everybody's got streaming services out there. We get it, right?
Yes.
The question is, when we go back to it, and we got to jump into the next one after this anyway. But the question was like, what are we talking about when we're talking about? Is it good for the future? Is it bad? Do you like it? I'd say I'm good with it. I'm okay.
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Yeah,
safer.
I'll be honest. You know why? And this brings me to my next topic. This is why I like streaming services. Okay. And let's start with number one, right? And before we jump into the next actual topic, but it's a part of it. This is the reason why I like streaming services. You guys probably aren't watching WandaVision, are you?
Not yet. Not yet.
I am. And I won't say anything about it, but I'll tell you this. This is done. They have done a great job growing the MCU universe with a TV show. And I literally wait every Friday morning to watch this show because it starts off slow, but it's getting good. And I know it's building into movies and all this shit that it's so exciting to have content between content that I think it's genius.
So go ahead. Finish
I'm going to jump into the next topic. So go ahead if you want to say something. Real quick.
No, I was going to say, so everybody's right now is telling me, have you seen WandaVision? At first, it wasn't like that. So it must have picked up. It must have. Yes. These last episodes must have been so great that everybody's like, you got to watch this.
They're slowballing it. They're setting up something that's going to be huge. And the first the first 3 episodes are very bland, but they're building up to something big. That's all I can tell you.
I'm getting people bumps.
Oh, so anyway, the whole reason I brought that up is, have you guys heard of Snyder Cut?
Indeed.
I haven't heard of it, but you guys wanted to talk about it, so I want to hear it.
So I put it up on the screen. The Snyder Cut is the original director of the Justice League movie that was supposed to come out in theaters, but he had a tragic death of his daughter. unfortunately, and he had to step away from the movie. And during that time, he had already filmed about a quarter of the movie. Josh Whedon jumps in and he takes over. And the reason we're bringing this up because it's going to air on HBO Max. And so the reason I want to talk about it a little bit because there's a lot of articles I read out there that this was never going to happen. Like this was not supposed to come to fruition. Fans did a petition, blasted everywhere. They want to see his version of this movie because it was, first of all, said it was supposed to be a 4-hour runtime when he originally created it. Okay. And when he turned it into post-production before all the editing and everything, they're like, no, you got to cut it down to like 2 hours. And then all this shit happened. Right. So this was supposed to be a completely different movie. They came in and they remade almost the entire movie. Right. So there's a whole different version of what was foreseen to be the Justice League, because remember, he was involved in Superman, right? Man of Steel, and he was involved in Batman vs. Superman. So he was trying to build something up like the MCU did. And then it got shut down and we got that piece of crap movie.
For people like me, who is Snyder?
He was, do you not listen to me? He was the director.
Bro, I did not listen to anything he said.
Was the director or the original director of the movie. Now, real quick, before we go any further, what I do want to do for you guys is I want to play the original trailer of the Justice League movie we got.
Okay.
So here you go.
But you're not doing a Snyder's cut though, right?
Once again, Goldo, please help me. I can't do this with him.
He said we'll not play it because we want to see the Snyder's Cut movie.
But no, it's not even that. What did I just say I'm playing?
The Justice League original trailer.
Thank you. Here we go.
Yeah. We have to be ready. You, me, the others. There's an attack coming from far away.
Not coming, Bruce. It's already here. The others. Where are they?
Arthur Curry, the Aquaman. It's on him.
Organic and biomechatronic body parts. He's a cyborg.
You should probably move. Barry Allen.
Whoever you're looking for, it's not me. You're the Batman?
They said the Age of Heroes would never come again.
It has to.
What are your superpowers again?
I'm rich.
One thing I can tell you is you got to be free.
My turn.
Come together.
Shall we?
It's good to see you playing well with others again. Just like a bat. I dig it. Maybe temporary.
All right. So that was the original trailer.
It's a badass trailer, by the way.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That movie was nothing like that trailer because the movie wasn't very badass at all. But what do you guys think? Goldo, I know you probably know a little bit more about the Snyder Cut. So Mazai's already admitted he don't know shit. He didn't do the research this week like we told him to, but that's okay. So Goldo, you talk about it a little bit. What have you heard? Why are you excited about it? What do you think?
So I'm excited because I saw two pictures only. One was Superman in his black suit, like he's supposed to wear when he comes back from the dead.
Okay.
And another one was Jared Leto's Joker donning a long hair, which looked amazing. Which,
Okay.
that's all I saw. I was like,
Did you
greatness.
like Leto's Joker?
Modern time Joker?
I do agree. Like for what it is, I don't think it was horrible played. Like not
Bad-
like everybody else said.
It was great acting, bad director.
I agree. I can see that.
Okay.
He fit the description well. He did amazing. It was just the movie did not perform well. The director did not give him the script that was supposed to be meant for him.
Here's the thing too, though, is this is the thing. I heard the actual villain that was supposed to be in the movie is going to show up in the Snyder cut, which makes me excited. Darkseid. That's the whole point. Darkseid is the Thanos style level villain that's supposed to set everything up, and he's supposed to at least appear somewhat in this movie because that's who everything's supposed to be building up to. Because the mother box and all that stuff leads back to Darkseid and his planet.
Not to Doomsday, but
correct. But Doomsday was already in the other movie.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like Doomsday was not even created on Earth to begin with. So
correct. Well, I mean,
Doomsday
we're
happened
picking hairs.
in Justice League, right?
Superman. No,
I mean,
Batman
not
versus
Justice
Superman.
League. Superman versus Batman.
Yeah, which is they played that way too early, and like they just like that just wasn't.
To me, that whole thing was like, even though I'm a huge Batman fan. I grew up with Superman, but Christopher Reeve Superman. I didn't see that movie as such a great movie. I mean, trust me, the demo we used to use at work was fucking like great. But as far as the movie, I wasn't. It was for me. It was more of a God versus human type of thing. And then the funny thing about it,
point of it though,
the funny thing about it, he mentions it in the movie. And I'm like, holy shit.
I think the whole point was to set up something bigger later, and we just never got to it, right?
Yeah.
But that's just the way that it goes. You know, it's just one of those things. I don't know. I'm excited about it. Now, though, this is the rumors I've heard real quick, and we'll jump into the next part.
Okay.
So the rumors I heard is this never would have came to pass if it wasn't for HBO Max, and that's why we brought it up. Because I was told this will not be a movie. This is what I've read. Okay, I could be wrong, but the research I've done, because I actually did research on Lamkazaya, right? Is this will not be a movie like it originally was intended. They're doing this as a 6-part series, and they're releasing episodes like a series. So that way he can get everything he wanted into it. And they said, honestly, if it wasn't for HBO Max, that's the only reason they can do this, because you can't re-release it as a movie to the public. The movie's already done. But with bringing in HBO Max and being able to do something completely different on HBO Max, they're like, there is an outlet now and a resource for us to do this. And that's why I like these streaming sites. That brings me back to that topic, or that point of view, not topic, that this is what I love about them, is it allows them to do something completely different that they couldn't have done if we just stuck to mainstream movie theaters. That's what I think is cool.
And that would keep us, like, especially me, like, I love Star Wars, right? And then like they'll do stuff like Mandalorian, and those are fillers, right? Things that will fill in. And now you say WandaVision. I just finished the whole. Thanks to Pablo, shout out to Pablo and Pastor Joystick. He put me on the whole order, chronological order of MCU. I finished it about a month ago, and now I feel like I have to see WandaVision to fill it all in, because I was told, hey, if you watch WandaVision, since you finished watching this whole like timeline, you're gonna enjoy it. I'm watching other shows first before I get into that, because I want to be able to watch that. I love what the streaming services are doing, though.
Yeah, I will say this. I don't agree you need to watch WandaVision to appreciate everything else you've already watched, because listen, I will say this.
Not to appreciate it. They just said it would, when you watch it, you'll be like, oh, okay.
Well, see, here's the thing, is just so you understand the timeline, WandaVision takes place directly after the Endgame. It's like literally 2 weeks later.
Yeah, that's what I was told. Yeah,
it's before Spider-Man Far From Home, right? So the thing is, though, there's a couple things here and there that maybe tie into that, but right now, so far, none of it has to do with that. Like, it's not about that. It's about them setting up what's to come, and that's literally what they're doing, because you already know the title of the next movie, right? It's with Strange. What's the title for Strange? Multiverse of Madness. And it has Wanda on the front cover with him. So you know she's in it, right? This is literally, you know, this is the story building up to exactly what that movie is going to partake. Like, this is all about the Doctor Strange movie. And you can start to feel that as you're watching it. But yes, you do get a little bit about what happened. It's a different take on what happened after the snap, all that shit. But that's really just taking you to the next movie, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
Rather than just jumping into the movie and being like, well, what happened with Wanda? Where, like, whatever they're going to do with her. But now you know what she's been doing since the Thanos.
But wasn't she an X-Men? Or a mutant? Not an X-Men.
She is a mutant. She is a mutant.
Okay. She's a mutant.
They can't use her name, though. That's why she's never been called the Scarlet Witch, which rumors are that will change. But that's why she could never be the Scarlet Witch.
Do you think she's going to get her own show as far as her own, like the Black Widow, I think, is getting her own show?
No, I don't think so, because that's different. The Black Widow, I don't think is getting a show, though. I know they got the movie.
A movie, yes, that's what I'm saying. Do you think she's getting her own movie?
She may down the line. The thing is that in all reality, she is a huge part of the Marvel universe, and we're getting off track again. So like, we got to save that for a Marvel day. There's a lot to go to dive into that.
We have to do a day of Marvel since I finished watching the timeline.
Yeah. It's there's and the thing is, the problem is like Pablo just said, it's based on the House of M, which you're absolutely right. It takes a lot from that. But the problem is with all those things that we're talking about with that, real quick, just to wrap it up with that, is the House of M and all this other stuff. There was a complete Marvel universe involved already, right? So they're going to change things because there are no X-Men, there are no Fantastic Four, right? There are none of those people in the universe yet that we've seen. So it's not exactly, it's taking from it, but it's not exactly it, right? And that's the difference. You can't, it'd be different if the X-Men were already part of the franchise and then you'd be like, oh yeah, this is where they're going. Like, we don't know, because we don't know how they're going to introduce all these people, right? But let's get into the last topic of the day real quick. And what I am curious about with you guys is, who is your favorite Justice League character, right? And I'm going to go ahead and throw up the original Justice League characters on the screen, so that way you guys know who you have as the original. And the movie does not take the original 7, right?
It doesn't.
It changes it a little bit, which is fine, right? Because we're talking about HBO Max, DC. Let's go to Justice League. Let's talk a little bit about our favorite character, right? So Pablo, Quicksilver was there, but he died. We don't know what. And I'm not going to get more into it, but me and you, Pablo, hit me up, like, because I do want to talk to you about WandaVision, because you're obviously watching it, and I'd love to go over with you. But anyway, back to Justice League. So yeah, these are the original characters that were in that were supposed to be in it, and I want to know what your guys' opinions are. Who's your favorite? What do you think of the characters? And let's go. Who wants to start it off?
Let Goldo start it off, because Goldo's been kind of quiet.
I've been listening. You be messing up every like 2 seconds. I love it. Not
right,
listen to Check Monster talk.
Ran out. That's why.
Pop it off. Go ahead.
So, my favorite will be the GOAT himself, the man who can destroy the Justice League anytime he so desires to do so. Batman. People will be like, "Oh, Batman." Listen, Batman's the best superhero there is out there. Right there. That's my picture for you. So, I decided this picture because he's a funny picture.
I love that.
So let me ask you: have you seen this movie before?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want me to play the trailer of this movie?
Wait, which movie? Hold up.
Lego
Batman. With the Legos Batman.
The funny one.
It is.
I'm throwing it up there. I'll just
throw it up there. Throw it up there.
Because you put the picture up, and I think you're great for doing it. Here we go.
You want to play games, do you, Batman? Save the city or catch your greatest enemy.
You think you're my greatest enemy?
Who else drives you to one-up them the way that I do?
Superman.
Superman's not a bad guy.
I like to fight around.
Are you seriously saying that there is nothing special about us?
There is no us. Never will be. Now, I gotta defuse that bomb.
Batman, we love you! Thanks for saving the city!
You're welcome. Hey, computer. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home.
Master Bruce, you need to take responsibility for your life, and it starts by raising the young orphan you adopted.
It's the Batcave. Do I get a costume?
Fine.
I love it. I got an idea. Rip. It's better.
I can only look you in the eyes right now.
Gotham City is the most crime-ridden city in the world. We need to team up with Batman.
What?
I'm back! Introducing the worst villains in the history of the universe.
The Riddler.
Catwoman.
Mew mew.
Penguin. Gentleman Ghost. Calendar Man.
And the Condiment King.
Are you making some of those up?
Nope, they're all real.
You guys ready to save Gotham City? I am so sorry. As soon as I get back to the Batcave, I will make sure that Alfred's seatbelt's on there. But for the time being, I'm just gonna put my arm right here.
Hey, Batman! I'm rubbing my butt all over your stuff. We're gonna have to rename this the Buttmobile.
All right. So, what do you guys think?
Bro, I love the Lego movies, bro.
That's fine. But
my wife thinks I'm a kid for watching those shits, but I love the movies. I love the games because the comedy behind it is just genius.
It is, and I love when Batman goes from the seat and starts throwing like his knife. He misses all of them. They hit him. It's like one try.
Yeah, it's right. It
hilarious.
is. The Lego movies are geniuses because they're created for kids, but it also has adult humor that only we would get. It's genius.
I watched that shit. I'm not gonna lie.
I fucking love it, bro.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Yo, I was scrolling to the pictures of Batman. I'm like, this one right here. As soon as I saw Lego Batman, I was like, this is the one.
I was so happy you put that one up there because, dude, he is freaking hilarious. And there's a scene in that movie where he's talking like the Joker is so needy. Like, oh, I'm your greatest enemy. I don't think so. Well, who's your other enemies? Superman. Superman's a hero. I like to, he said something like, I like to switch it up or like, I like to change. Dude, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah. It's just genius. I think it's great what they do with the Lego movies.
They do a great job.
Yeah.
It is. Now Messiah, who?
He's just a genius. And he figured out a way. He's like, yo, I have a plan B just in case these motherfuckers go crazy. I could kill them all.
Contingency plan.
So
I love it.
I feel like there's a theme with you two.
That right there threw me off because if you was a real Batman fan, Messiah, you should know it's called Batman's contingency plan, not his.
Well,
plan.
I don't read the comic books.
It's not a comic book.
All my
it's
but wait,
show.
All my superheroes that I grew up watching was either Saturday morning cartoons or what I've seen on like
movies.
TV.
So here you go.
And movies.
I got something in honor for both of you being Batman fans.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
Don't kill me! Don't kill me, man!
I'm not going to kill you. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. What the hell are you?
I'm Batman.
Who are you? I'm Batman.
Stop. This is making me uncomfortable.
Why? Because you're PG-13? Or were you gonna say Batman?
No, I would say because I'm Batman.
All right, so I threw a couple extra in there at the end because they're just some of my favorites. But go ahead, guys. You guys talk about your Batman obsession. That
was beautiful.
That was great, actually. I like that, Check Monster. Look at you. Look at you, like taking it like to the next level in production.
Right.
You're like, fuck
you hear
this
that?
shit.
Did you hear
you
my
guys are not
audio?
sending me the shit I need. You guys are not sending me the shit I need. I will take this shit on my own.
Yeah, you hear my audio though? Hold on, listen to my audio.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. That's right.
So like, just like I grew up with Superman, right? But my Superman is Christopher Reeve Superman, right? These other ones I never. I watched the movies, but I wasn't like so great, right? Like Same thing with Batman. My Batman knowledge is not based on comic books.
No,
I don't
your
know
Batman's
the fillers.
the old school TV show.
Yeah. Well, not that one with the pow with the.
Yeah, that's you.
Not those. But my
I forgot the guy's
whole
name all of a sudden, but
but my whole like Batman information that I have up here is based on movies and cartoons that I grew up. So like when I do talk to people about Batman, they'll be like, "Yo, but this, but then." I'm like, and I lose it. I'm like, I'll be like that, like deer in headlights. I'll be like, that shit sounds very interesting, but I don't know anything about that shit. And then, like Goldo says, like, you're not a real Batman fan. Yes, I'm not to the books, but I am to the movies.
Listen, that's a movie.
Which movie? Because I've seen all the movies.
But the
it's
movie
Justice League Doom.
I've never seen that.
There's a
You
lot
talking
of
about the animated movie?
Yes.
Yeah. They're
No,
the
I
best.
didn't see that.
Listen, I will say this: DC, the one thing they've always done amazing, they have the best animated movies. Oh my gosh! And the cartoons are fire. Other than the Spider-Man, I love the Spider-Man cartoons they did in Marvel. But dude, the Justice League cartoons, the Batman animated series cartoons, when you're talking about even the Young Justice cartoons, like all that shit, Justice League Unlimited, like all those movies, like dude, they are great at animated.
Amazing.
Their animated series are fire.
Yo,
yeah, somebody told me in order for me to understand. Yeah, somebody told me in order for me to understand the Justice League movie. Well, not the Justice League. You just mentioned it right now.
Teen Titans?
No, the other one.
Young Justice?
No, the one with the fucking Harley Quinn.
Suicide Squad?
Yeah, that. I would have to watch the actual animation. There's a great animation that would explain that whole movie to me.
Well, do you know, just a little fun fact, and I'm sure Goldo knows this, but I know you don't. Do you know Harley Quinn was not a comic book character? She was created on Batman the Animated Series and then changed over from the series because she was so popular, the animated series, into the comic books.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
I knew Goldo would, but I knew you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah. All right, so let me hop into mine because we got to start wrapping things up. So I will say it's weird because my favorite characters change over time, right? Like I used to be a huge Batman fan because of the cartoon. Used to be a huge Superman fan, right? Like I feel like I progress over time and different like things. But right now where I'm at in my life, my favorite Justice League member, right there, the Flash. That dude right now is like at the prime of his game. And he is fucking
Ben
awesome.
Affleck Flash?
Didn't know Ben Affleck played the Flash. What are you talking about?
Yeah, with Jennifer thing.
That was Daredevil, dummy.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
You are right.
I'm
gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut off my camera. Hold up. Where's the camera? I'm gonna shut it off right now.
Wow. This is why we don't let him get involved in comic book talk, Goldo. But Goldo, what do you think of the Flash? Talk about him for me. Like, I know I can talk, but I want to hear your opinion because you're a comic book guy.
Oh, the Flash is a god. I got him on human. This guy can run so fast. No, listen. He can run faster than the speed of light, but if he runs too fast, he goes back in time or messes the timeline. That's why he doesn't run as fast.
So let me ask you this: who's your favorite Flash? Barry Allen, Wally West, Kid Flash. What was the other one? Barry Allen's grandson.
Barry Mason.
I forget his name, but the Twitch or something like that. I forget what his name was.
I'll probably go with probably Wally West because he's black.
Well, not in the comic book though.
Well, not in the comic books, but
in the show.
Yeah.
So here's my thing though. When we're talking about Wally West, you know who I thought would have been the best Wally West in a live action movie? That I wish they would have cast? Because Wally West has a little bit more personality, humor, and banter to him than Barry Allen kind of did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always said Ryan Reynolds would have been an amazing Wally West.
Bro, you can
tell me that's not right.
It's anywhere. He's amazing.
No, because he was Green Lantern and he was.
Yeah.
It wasn't him. It wasn't him. It was the director.
But it was also that character's not that type of character, right? You don't.
Yeah, he's not him.
You don't like. I hate to say it, Ryan Reynolds has been typecast, right? Yeah. He's the wisecracking smartass. Wally West was the wisecracking because he's so fast. While he's running around, he's cracking jokes on you, right? Like Hey, what do you know? Like that would have been funny. The only thing I hate about Wally West or about the Flash is his villains are probably the weakest villains
You'll ever
like
find.
of all of them. Like his villains are
Hawkeye can
horrible,
take 'em
bro.
out.
Mr. Freeze, Captain Boomerang, like a guy who throws boomerangs. That's your villain.
Well,
That's
tell
who
me,
you
don't tell
face?
me he was from Australia.
He was.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Right? Like,
what a
mean-
stereotype.
I mean, dude, these villains were the worst. That's the only thing. Batman at least had the best villains out of everybody.
Oh yeah.
The Flash is an amazing character.
Yeah.
I love him. And you know why? You know what made me appreciate him the most, though? Do you ever? I think it was a cartoon show, movie or series. Remember what happened when the Flash didn't exist? He ran himself out of existence.
Yep. That's when he went back in time to prevent his mother's death.
That's not the Flashpoint paradox, is it?
It took. Let me see. No.
No, I was gonna say that's not that one.
No, it's not that one.
It's a different one. But he ran himself out of existence.
Yeah. When he was fighting this guy, Lex Luthor. and
Maybe,
Brainiac.
but remember what happened to the heroes?
What happened? I don't
There
remember.
was no Justice League without Barry Allen and without the Flash setting them in the proper mode. They all started to go astray, and it was like chaos. He was the catalyst that held the team together because they all hated him for all the shit that he would cause these problems. He was always late, but then without him though, they fell apart because he was the thing that kept them on the right track and kept them motivated. Like
His
you know,
righteousness.
it was just it was one of those things. So
Yes.
so that's what really gave me a special appreciation for the Flash at that time. Like to see that they wrote it in there that he was literally the backbone of that team, even though there's other people who are better. Like, yeah, Batman can take all of them down. Cool. Superman's the most powerful being in existence. Cool. But none of them are they're going the right way without somebody like the Flash there to keep them on point.
So here's the question. When we watched Justice League, because I watched the first movie, even though it wasn't all that, did the Flash? I don't remember the Flash being in it.
Oh my God. Yes, he was in it.
He was?
He was like the funny.
Oh, he was
all
that
the
kid,
comedy.
right? Was he the kid?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, he was kiddish, yeah, but he's like all the comedy when he would like
Gordo,
run around and
don't laugh
trip
at me,
and
Gordo.
fall
Don't
and
laugh at me.
shit. Yeah, like all
Yeah.
right.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's my thing though, because I never seen this on Netflix. What Flash is the Netflix?
There isn't one.
There is.
Well,
The
no,
show.
it's WB. It's the CW. It's not Netflix. They put it.
Oh, so
on
they bought the rights from CW?
No, that's my point. They re-aired on the CW on Netflix, but it's a CW show. It's part of the Arrowverse. It's not like Daredevil, which was a Netflix show. You know what I mean? This is a show that is on cable television that they play on Netflix when the season's over.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll stay out of it.
Why you gotta watch the Justice League animated series? That's really good.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh man, that series is great.
Oh yeah.
It's such a good show. All right.
Justice League Unlimited. Beautiful.
So good
Well,
too.
people at work are trying to get me to watch Naruto.
I haven't watched that yet either.
It's good,
So
but it
I'm
has
on
its ups
episode
and
2.
downs.
I'm on episode 2. But anyways,
All
I
right.
just bought a Naruto pop.
So
My favorite Naruto character.
let's hop into it. It's time for the segment that I still have no new intro for, and
well,
that's
because I like
okay.
that intro.
Yeah, you're the only one.
It's a great intro. Viper
Okay.
likes it and Eagle likes it, so that's what matters.
Oh yeah, it's all about Viper and Eagle now. Okay.
It's all about our loyal customers.
Yeah, I
They get Gen Shock rewards. Every episode they watch, they get 2.5
Get special treatment.
All right,
rewards.
let's go. Let's kick it off. Here goes the intro. Let's do it. Stupidest intro ever. Just saying. All right, who's kicking it off this week?
I will create another one just for you.
I'll let Messiah do it because mine. You have mine, right? You got mine. It's still a surprise. He doesn't know. So you go ahead.
Hold on, let me make sure I have yours then. No, you didn't send me a picture on it.
I did. I send you. Oh crap! I think I sent you a message. That's why.
I didn't even see the message.
Damn.
All right. So while
Okay,
you
go
guys
ahead,
are thinking
Messiah.
about that, put my picture up there.
Hold on a second then. Let me find your ugly picture. That's the worst one ever. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. It's up.
All right. So here's my thing on this one. Yes, I was thinking while we were talking about the show, I was thinking of keeping it out. But you know what? I'm just gonna keep it here. My fuck out of here is about this man here. And it's about politics, and it's about the people that follow him. And I hate to bring it back after a great show that we had about, HBO Max and Marvel and DC and all that shit. And I hate to bring it up, but I have to. The reason why I have to is because this is why this country is so divided. This is why this country is so fucked up, right? My man did everything that wrong, and still he didn't get impeached. Still, the Republicans backed him up. Still, they voted no. He shouldn't get impeached. That's what's wrong with this fucking country. Maybe I would never understand politics. Maybe I don't understand politics, and maybe this is all part of politics. But this is what sucks.
But is he our
fuck
president?
out of here with that shit. He should have been impeached. He shouldn't be running for president again. And it's all about the midterms, 2022 midterms. So fuck out of here with that shit.
Like, who cares though, man? Like,
I know, but I was just, it was a rage thing that I went through when the voting went through.
I get it.
And in the middle, between the show, in the middle of it, I was like, you know what? I don't know, but I already sent them the picture, so I just just went through it. I almost said, Check Monster, don't put that picture. Let me make my fuck out of here about fuck you. I haven't read any of the comic books, but I still love Batman. So fuck out of here with that shit. I'm a Batman fan.
Yeah.
All right,
Goldo, you up?
I will not proceed with my picture because I really didn't get it, and now I'm just gonna switch it. So mine's gonna do an homage to Nelly. It's about Warzone. Listen, how is it? We're like year 2 of Call of Duty Modern Warfare or Warzone, and how is it till this day? There's glitches that people can go invisible, that people can do unlimited health, then people can have aimbot that can shoot you across the map with a pistol and kill you. Activision, get your shit straight. Fix your damn servers. Ban these cheaters. Like, come on, bro. Fuck out of here. Sometimes we pay money for those skins, bro. Come out of here. Come on, bro. Fuck out of here. Fix that crap. Like,
But
ban these people.
This is exactly what happens when you mix PC into gaming console. Everybody wanted to be, let's just do all in one. This is exactly what happens.
I like
most
that
of those
shit,
probably
whatever.
cheaters are probably PC players.
All right. So let me hop into mine because we keep on running way over schedule. We got to start like tightening this shit up.
You talk too much.
Fuck off.
He's like,
All right, you know
let's
what?
do this because we run out of show. He's the one who takes over the
That's
whole
fine.
time.
Next week, I'm not saying a word. We'll probably have a 15
No.
minute
We need
show,
you to say
assholes.
words. We need you to say words.
I'm going to say shit and we'll have a 15-minute show. All right. That's going to be next week's fuck out of here. Okay. But this week is, so I live in a home that has multiple pets. Okay. And I live on a bottom floor. So in order for me to get where I need to go, or hypothetically my dogs where they need to go, we have to go down the stairs, right? And most of the time, no big deal. Got nothing, it's all right. Every now and then, there's this little bitch who decides that her cool thing to do, especially at night, when it's hard to see because the lights don't always pop on right away or something, and God forbid if I got to go upstairs and use the bathroom, that this little bitch thinks that she owns the fucking stair. So this little bitch, who I just put up on the screen, decides that she's going to camp out on the chair, put her head through the fucking banister, and stare out into the blank nothingness of the world. Now, the reason why this is my fuck out of here is that my dogs decided I took them out today. The one dog came downstairs and went back into the room to lay down. But the other dog was threatened by this little bitch cat and couldn't go down the stairs. I left the house to go food shopping, and I got text messages from the people at home saying, yeah, your cat can't go down the stairs because she's on the steps. Ha, 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 ha. Fuck out of here with that shit. You got this stupid cat. You don't own the stair, cat. It's
I
not
love
your
cats.
stair. Okay. My dogs are allowed to go downstairs. I'm allowed to go downstairs. I'm gonna step on your ass one day. Yeah, you're gonna get hurt. I'm gonna break my neck. But fuck out of here with that shit. Leave my stairs alone. That shit's whack. This little bitch, I swear to God, she's always on that shit. And it's the same step. It's not like she changes them up. It's the second from the top. So you either don't see it in time when you're going up, or God forbid you're going down. Oh, you're hitting it. Like you're stepping on that bitch. Like fucking ridiculous. Fuck out of here, cat.
I always say
love
cats are
cats, bro.
assholes.
They do whatever the fuck they want. You can't tell them shit, you know.
Poor
and your
dog.
dogs
My
should
poor
be like,
dog.
listen, I am a predator. You are a prey. Get the fuck out of my way. I'm gonna eat your ass. But that cat was like, fuck you, motherfucker. I own this motherfucking house.
No, it's just that stair. The rest of the house, when the dogs are upstairs with the cats at the same time, the cat will always bow down to the dog. And it will turn around, walk away, because their food bowls are right next to each other, right? So the cats will stop eating and walk away so the dogs can eat. Like, completely bow down. But not that stair. Fuck out of here, that cat says. Fuck out of here. This is my step. I ain't leaving it, bro. Fuck
The
outta
cat's
here.
like, yo, who's the pussy now?
Oh my God.
Lord.
Shit.
So,
Oh,
all right.
man.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys for viewing.
Make sure you guys tune in every Wednesday.
Oh, live. Yes, we said it once now. Great. Ooh, live Wednesdays, right at the end. If you made it this far.
I know.
Yay.
Make sure you
Go,
tune in
Every Wednesday night, make sure you tune in.
Go,
For all
Go.
you new viewers, like
Go
chicken
ahead and say
sauce.
something and lead us out since I talk too much.
Yes. So, guys, thank you for joining us today. Make sure you guys join us every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Pandemic Eastern time, because, it's still pandemic.
It's still pandemic,
close. And even though Floridians don't believe there's a pandemic out there, there's still a pandemic. So be safe. Also, go follow us on our social media, Generation Shock 2020, where we post most of our crap. We keep you guys updated with everything coming up. So thank you for tuning in. Check Monster, please play our outro.
We got the right stuff.